I can do a quick rundown on how to make money using Token Metrics. Let's begin at the top. I begin with the market page. You go to Analytics, Market, and the reason why, this tells you whether or not we're in a bear market or bull market. So looking at this, the reason why I like this, while not perfect, it's not meant to be 100% perfect. It's meant to give you a signal of where the state of the market is, whether it's time for risk on, risk off. So for example, the top was last year in November, and this is when it turned bearish, November 16th, when crypto market cap was around 2.8 trillion. So basically, once this goes bearish, it means risk off. Any risky assets you have to reassess them as to why you're holding them. So once it turns bearish, to me, that means either one, take profits, lock in profits. So for me, I locked in my profits actually earlier than this. My biggest month for selling was in September. So kind of around here, this first signal. Helium did a 400x, Matic did a 400x, and a bunch of other wins. So began taking profits. Now, some people are very aggressive and sell everything and completely get out of crypto. Tangible reasons you have for investing in crypto, you want to start taking cash off the table. Because once it goes bearish, risk off. And then you look at your portfolio and say, okay, do I have anything here that's super risky that is not worth holding in a risk-off environment? So maybe you're doing DeFi, degen plays. When it goes bearish, risk off, that's time to get out of it. So this gives me the way to play the market. If it's bullish, I can be more aggressive. If it's bearish, I'm more conservative with my investments. Maybe I do one degen play when it's bullish, but you also realize sometimes there are false positives. But the thing is, it's not about being right all the time. It's about being able to self-correct very quickly when you're wrong. That matters more. So for instance, right now we're in a risk-off environment. So I'm playing it very conservative, took profits, then you add on the DCG and all these other black swan events, and I'm being very, very cautious. Then I like to look at this. When it's red, basically we're in a bear market, risk off. When it's green, risk on. And then we have this chart, basically Bitcoin versus altcoin season. So when it's Bitcoin season, it's risk off. When it's altcoin season, risk on. What I like to look at is when the trend changes, when basically Bitcoin season bottoms. So looking at this, Bitcoin season bottomed and then we went up. Once we officially enter the white space and leave Bitcoin season, we're heading towards altcoin season. And this is really a good time to kind of be in tune with the market and keep tabs on the market and maybe trade the market. So same thing here. And looking at this, Bitcoin season bottomed here and we've been trending upwards. So things are somewhat getting kind of bullish. We're not officially in the white space yet and not officially in altcoin season, but for me, these are two big indicators. So basically I come here, is it risk on, risk off? Do I have to be aggressive or conservative with my investments? Then is it Bitcoin season, altcoin season? Then last, what sector or what narrative is big right now? So right now, the big narrative is derivatives. So we have GMX, which is doing well. We have Gains Network, but let's say it's DeFi summer, right? It'll be DeFi. Let's say it's Web3. Let's say it's some other, let's say it's NFTs. So the big narrative, you'll find out by looking at that sector as a whole, how high the TM grade is for that sector and the returns or the gainers in that sector. So this is kind of where I developed my strategy for how to trade or invest in the market at this stage in time. So that's the first part. Then the next part on how to make money, right? So you come here, you go to ratings under analytics. If you're trading and we're in a risk-off environment, you're probably going to be a lot more conservative with your trades. So looking at this, it's telling me, okay, Pax Gold is the best trade based on our data and our AI. That tells me, okay, Pax Gold is basically getting out of crypto and hedging. If the market crashes, if Bitcoin, Ethereum, everything goes down, maybe as opposed to holding stable coins, have some Pax Gold exposure. If we add this filter to look just purely at bullish trading signals, so both the technical analysis and the TM grade is bullish. So we have Pax Gold. In a bear market, I want to add a liquidity filter as well. You don't want to be left in an illiquid asset. So looking at this, these are the coins I would look at to trade. So we have Pax Gold, High Finance, Litecoin, Dash, and I would only look at grades 80% or higher. So I'd keep it simple. This basically is my watch list for trading. Either just go in and trade based off of this, based on TM grade being over 80% and the trading signal being bullish. But I would come in, for example, Pax Gold is one example. So here we have the signal turn bullish at 17 0.07, 85% on the 8th of November. And I'll look at the returns. So in this market, it's held up pretty well. If anything, it's a good store of value, more so than Bitcoin and ETH. And looking at this, basically the TM trader grade is comprised of technical analysis and quantitative metrics. So that's one way I would look at to make money. The other way would be, what do you have in your portfolio and how do you protect yourself? When's a good time to buy or sell? Right now, we're in a risk-off environment. I'll show you how TokenMetrics help people avoid getting wrecked. So if we look at Luna, for instance, it's going to be Terra Luna Classic. Because in a risk-off environment, you want to know when to get out. So the market page gives you that, but also the individual signals here also give you an idea of when to get out. So for instance, our grade was bullish on Luna at February 26th at $78.50. Had a TM rate of 86%. Then right before the crash, let me actually zoom in here to make it easier. So basically it turned bearish at $81.95 when the TM grade dropped to 33%. So at that point in time, you either take profits and keep a moonbag for the long term, or you fully sell everything. If you're trading it, fully get out. That's what I would do. This was in April. And basically this would have saved you a lot of money, right? So basically the crash happened the following month where it dropped to $1, right? So case study 1, TM grade signal helped people avoid taking an L on Luna. The other one was, we had what, FTX, FTT. I believe same thing happened. Okay, at this point in time, not enough liquidity because it's crashed, but we still have history. If we can, okay, so we do have the grade here actually. We don't have the signals on here, but let me switch to the last 3 months. So basically TM grade was low, then it began going up. TM grade began dropping at 22. November 7th, TM grade turned to 21% at $22. The next day, FTT went to $5. But right now we're in a risk-off environment. You want to preserve capital. So I would add all the tokens in your portfolio into TokenMetrics and just follow them based on the TM grade. And when you see it drop under 80%, it's basically time to get out. So like this sharp drop, like this was in a fast moving market, this drop tells you basically at $22, get out. That's how you use the platform. Quick recap, I would begin with market page to let me know whether it's risk on, risk off. Then I would go to the ratings page to find out what to invest in or trade. Now, let me actually talk about the new investor grade. So if we go to the investor grade, this is similar to trader grade, but it's for long-term investing. So right now, these are the coins our AI likes, or our platform likes. So we have Aragon, Kusama. So this helps me create a watch list of crypto assets to study. Now, I'm not going to invest in them just based purely off of this, but it's a good starting point. And it shows me where to go. We had also mentioned, based on this, the derivatives sector is doing very, very well, relative to all the other sectors. And GMX is the top gainer. And GMX has a high trader grade. So to me, that tells me maybe that this is the coin to trade this month. Then I'd want to look at this and see, okay, has this bottomed or topped, or are there any fundamental events that are making it go up? Doing more research on the community, the ecosystem. We try to help you find the needle in a haystack in terms of insights. So we gather all these different data points and try to abstract it, help you focus in on what you actually have to focus as opposed to having to sift through all that data. Because lots of platforms just give you a data dump. But how do you actually find those insights, that needle in a haystack? And we're trying to give you that by, like, insight number 1, GMX and derivatives as a sector this month is hot. Insight number 2, Pax Gold, worth looking into. Don't want to be exposed to USDC or Tether. They also have their own issues this month with the rumors going out there. So all these are different insights it's giving you in terms of where to focus your attention. So hope that that helps.